Hey everybody, what's up? Hold on for a second. There we go, just fixing something there. Hey, but what's up? It is Thursday morning, June the 7th, 2018. It is 7:13 a.m. Um, as we speak. And yeah, you say the title says it right there. This is a live 10th anniversary vlog and channel update for this upcoming summer. Yes, it has been 10 years this past Monday since I have been on YouTube, according to my I don't know how they pronounce this, analytics or analysis by YouTube, my current analysis by YouTube. um I am at 9,964 videos, possibly 9,965 with this live one. So yeah, I am very close. I am almost about 35 videos away, probably more so before this day is out, um, to 10,000. But yeah, right now I am at 9,965. This being the 9,965 or 65th video, this live one right here. This is the 9,965th video, this live one, as far as I know. Now, I'm pretty sure if you guys took the time, you're thinking it doesn't seem like that many, right? Well, that's the benefit about YouTube. Some of the videos I've uploaded here on my channel are either unlisted, which in a sense they still count, and some of them are private. Private being personal reasons, you know, and that's about it. It's kind of like with Facebook. On Facebook, you got the categories of either public, friends, Pacific people, or private, only me, if you will. So there's that. But anyway, I wanted to come on here and kind of give you guys a bit of a vlog, kind of shoot the breeze a little bit about what's going on, what's come out recently with trailers and stuff like that. You know, things related to MLP, which I still might do another video on down the line. As well as as well as just kind of talk about things going on around here, and all that. But first of all, I want to give you guys a bit of a channel update. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I did my brief channel update yesterday doing work, I did it during my first break, my first 15-minute break of the day. I did it during my first break of the day. So yeah, I only had a very limited time. If you take a look at the time frame of the video, I only had about 8 minutes 54 seconds to do it in. Even though I had a 15-minute break, the thing is I have to go all the way to the back, drop my vest off there, and then walk all the way outside to do a video if I want to do it. So I have more time during my lunch, but sometimes lately I want to try to get as much time out there as I can, maybe do a live stream here and there if I choose to, but mostly with these 15-minute ones, they're going to be straight recordings and stuff. So anyway, thought I'd kind of make up for that brief summer channel update that I did yesterday during my first break with one right now. And if you see me leave a little bit in a bit, it's probably because I gotta let my dog out to go I gotta let my dog out to use the facilities, or she wants a snack. So just be prepared for that. Anyway, In fact, hold on. I think I know what she wants. Hold on. Sorry about that. Like I said, I had to give my dog a snack. It seems she likes to do that. It's not that I don't mind doing it. It's just she always seems to pick at a time when I'm trying to do a live stream or something. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to come out here and kind of make up for the brief channel update I gave you guys yesterday during my first break and kind of give you guys more of a idea of what's going to be happening. And I'm, of course, drinking out of my Rainbow Dash mug that I got online through Amazon. But anyway, what's going to be happening online as far as this channel is concerned? A lot of things will probably be happening. Visually, I might go through a few changes, like hair, possible dentistry down the line. I don't, I got to figure a way around that. How I'm going to work with that. But yeah, haircut's probably coming real soon. Dentistry, that's kind of been up in the air for the past several months, years. I mean, let's be honest. Not all of us can, get to a dentist that we can fully trust. Or that we know is going to give us the truth and work with us, because we need. That's what doctors and dentists are supposed to do. They're supposed to work with you, not work against you. So hopefully, I can get somebody that can understand what my needs are, what I need done. Hopefully, it's all up to God, but we'll have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, both ways, so physically, things might change, like I said, hair, dentistry, but I look at it this way: God loves us for who we are, and He didn't, if it wasn't for what happened at the beginning in Genesis with Adam and Eve, this would be a perfect world. We would have nothing of any harm or any disease or anything like that happening. But it was through Jesus' sacrifice, his crucifixion, that we were cleansed, we were forgiven. And basically the thing is, God knows we're not perfect inside and outside, physically and all that, but we are who we are. We go through a lot of changes. And I've noticed that there's a lot of people younger and older than me that need to get some physical updates, if you know what I mean. Physical updates, facially, dentistry, doctor-wise checkup, and all that. I know people, customers, co-workers, but they don't let that hold them down. Because you know why? Because people accept them for who they are. They know it's hard to try to, uh, get in to see a doctor, or get in to see a dentist, or get your hair cut sometimes, But they understand that and they accept it. They don't judge people or persistently get on people, people are connected with them to get things done. They don't. They accept them for who they are, and they don't use any kind of bait and switches, any kind of bait, if you will, to get them to accomplish their goal. They just accept, hey, this is who they are. It's their time. It'll be up to them when and where they decide they want to take care of stuff. And maybe all they need is a wake-up call. And believe me, there have been several times I've had wake-up calls given to me to where I'm like, okay, this has got to get done. So I leave it up to the Lord. He's going to open the door, probably this summer, who knows. But he's also opening some alternative options for me as well down the line when it comes to certain physical parts about me that need to be taken care of. But again, I'm just saying, as far as what that has to do with the channel update, that's just visually what could be changing with me. The beard could be gone too. The goatee, the beard could be gone too. Also, the other thing that's going to be happening, the other thing that's going to be happening is, as you probably read in the description box, starting around June 15th and June 16th, things schedule-wise are going to change a little bit. Like I said in yesterday's brief summer update video, or summer channel update video, things are going to change similar to what happens during Thanksgiving break, which is basically those 4 days, which is basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of November. Similar to what happens during Christmas break, those 2 weeks, if you will, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, as well as spring break, that 1 week and all that. Basically what's going to happen, because this is going to be a longer break when it comes to my family, mostly my mom, because she's a preschool teacher, and next Friday is essentially her last day before her summer break, her and her fellow teachers' last day before the summer break. So what's going to happen basically is, starting around that time, probably June 16th at the most, is the schedule is going to really change. It's only temporarily. It's for about 60-something days, 2 months at most. But it's going to change to the point that, like what you're seeing me do right now, which is about 7:26 in the morning, hey, I may have to set my alarm early before I go to work, before my mom gets up on her days off, if I'm off the same day as her. I may have to set my alarm early just to get up and do a video, either with my camcorder or live like what I'm doing now. I'll have to do that. I will basically have to do that just so I can get some content out there without interruption. Now, is there a chance of interruption? Absolutely. As you have probably heard over the past several other live streams recently, my mom has called me to come out and help her out or take care of something. You've heard her voice. So, or you've heard the door, open up, and you haven't seen her, but you hear her voice. And, yeah. So, yeah, is there a chance that could happen again? Is there a chance that interruptions could happen? Absolutely. But that's why, like I said, the schedule is going to probably change to the point that if I have to do a video, like if I have to be at work at 8:30, and let's say my mom decides to take me during the summer, if she wants to, that's up to her. But let's say if I have to get to work at be at work at 8:30, and I have to get myself ready by 6:30 to possibly catch the 7:30 bus if I go that route, which I probably will, most likely. So my mom can have more of a mental break. She can have a mental, physical, restful break. I may have to get up about 5:30 at mostly 5:30 just to maybe do a live stream or do a video period through my camcorder without any interruptions. Why? That way I can get it done, and even if it's through my camcorder, I can come home later on that day, whether it's a 7-hour day, 8-hour day, 4-hour day, come back home, put that SD card into my computer here, upload the video onto a folder, and then upload it onto YouTube, depending whether or not I have to put a few additions, like maybe picture in picture, text writing, whatever. Whatever it is. Basically, I will have to do that when I get home. But if it's just a straight video to where, let's say, I'm just talking about something and I don't need no visual aid, I'll just pop the SD card in, upload the file onto my computer, upload it to YouTube, and there you go. So, but that's all. So that's probably going to be the direction I go in. I mean, right now I get up around 6 o'clock in the morning just to have a little bit of time to rest up. But I may, like I said, have to set my alarm for about 5:30, maybe 5, just to get maybe an hour and a half of work or video work, maybe up and going. That depends on whether or not I have to do a quick laundry wash or dry of my work clothes. So yeah, basically that's what's going to be. So basically that might be one of the routes I go. And if I have a day off, like usually Wednesdays, after I get off on Wednesdays, like today, Thursdays on my day off, and Sundays on my day off, after I get off of work on Saturday, which thank God Saturday is only a 4-hour day for me. What's going to happen basically, and this is mainly going to relate to, like I said, possibly Wednesday nights, and Saturday nights, depending on what happens with my mom, because my nephew, my second older nephew, who recently graduated the 8th grade and is going to be going into high school, he has a baseball tournament coming up. He's in this little league, kind of this, I'm not saying it's little league, but it's kind of like the little league, minor league kind of deal. Like, you watch the Little League World Series, right? And you notice that some of the teams comprise of kids that look like they're older than what they should be. That's basically the age range my nephew's in. He's kind of like in that minor little league. Basically that next step up to high school ball. Anyway, he's got a tournament coming up this weekend, or this month, maybe this weekend, I'm not really sure. And my mom might be going to that. So that could open the door for me to come home and be able to do some videos during the day. And I'm probably going to get a lot of opportunity. And like with spring break, and like with spring break, like with Christmas break, and even, like with those 2 recent breaks, I might get an opportunity here and there to do a vid if I can. But just to let you guys know, if that won't happen, Wednesday nights, late Wednesday nights, and possibly late Saturday nights is when I'm probably going to do some videos as well. But again, just like with possibly getting up between 5 and 5:30, just to get an hour and a half or an hour's worth of some kind of videoing in there, whether it's just one live stream video, maybe 2 small videos through the camcorder, whatever it could be. That's also going to apply to possibly Saturdays and Thursdays as well. Basically my days off as well. Saturdays, Sundays, and Thursdays. Basically all the days, all 7 straight days are going to apply similar, if not in the same, with an early video scheduling motif if I can do that. If I'm able to do that. But Wednesday, late Wednesday night and late Saturday night are going to be the exceptions due to the fact that basically, like I said, I got to work all the other days depending on what my work schedule is. So those will be the only 2 late nights that I'll be able to probably do a video. The catch, however, the big catch, however, is this. The big catch, however, is this. The big catch, however, is this. Like a lot of people, when it gets late at night, we all like to lay down on our couch or try to get comfortable and get relaxed so that we can get ready to, get ourselves, off to bed. Like, we just want to lay back on our couch or our recliners, just relax, and our bodies just relax and get comfortable to the point that maybe we're close to nodding off. So nodding off, which would be a signal, okay, let's get ourselves ready to go to bed. For me, in that instant, it may have to be between possibly 10 and midnight, maybe later. You see, the reason being is because during the summer, just like with the winter breaks and even the spring break, depending if it correlates right with other spring breaks or whatever, mostly summer breaks are the only ones that really correlate basically all the way around, except for maybe being 1 week off. Well, basically all breaks are like that, except for maybe Christmas break, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it was my watch that went off. But anyway, the reason I say it could be between 10 and 12, especially on the days that are before my days off, is due to the fact that me and my mom could have one of my nephews, if not 2 of my nephews here, spending the night. I don't think necessarily my 15-year-old nephew will, but then again, if his parents are out of town and his sister's out of town, then that's most likely. But I do know my 11-year-old nephew will also be most definitely be wanting to come over. And that's a good thing, no doubt about that. But again, like I said, this is where it's going to kind of get a little difficult because depending on when they decide to hit the hay, that is probably when I'll be able to do some vids while they're here, but without interruption. I'm just saying. Those are possibilities. Those are major possibilities. Now, again, things can change. There's no doubt about it. But right now, the way I look at it, okay, the way I look at it, okay, the way I look at it is like this. Here's the schedule, this tentative schedule I got planned for after June 15th. Basically, and let me get a cup of coffee here. Basically, the plan is to set my alarm for about 5 or 5:30, get an hour or so, or an hour and a half, or an hour or so of videoing in, whether it's live stream or on camera. And that's going to be all 7 days. Even with the nephews here, that's probably going to be a good alternative, a good option to go with. Secondly, if I can't do it during the day or during the mornings, which hopefully I'll be able to work around with and doing, then basically, secondly, on Wednesday and Saturday night, depending on when my family member decides to get comfortable and get themselves relaxed on the couch so they can probably get the body relaxed so they can get ready to go to bed later on. And whether or not we have my nephews here at that same time, and depending on when they go to bed, which, with one nephew could be later, probably as late as 2 in the morning for all we know. But hey, it's summer. Let them enjoy themselves, right? But basically between, I would say, 10 and 12, if not 10 and 2, during Saturday night and maybe even Wednesday nights, that will precede my days off, the days that I'm off, is probably when I'm going to be doing some videos as well. Not just the 7 straight days in the morning. Hopefully, if I can get that working. That there may be a few days that I skip because I might just want to wake up around 6 or 6:30, just get myself ready and go. But there are going to be some tentative, but there are going to be, like I said, 2 other days that that are going to, basically what I'm saying is my video is going to be early morning, very late at night. The very late at night portions are probably going to be Wednesday nights into early Thursdays, and Saturday nights into early Sundays because of the scheduling. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that, I love my family, I love my mom, I love my nephews, I love my niece and all my sisters and all that. Hold on, while I check something. Just checking something there. But like I said, I love my family overall. But there are times, being honest here, that if I just decide to do a live video or a video on camera, I'm going to get interrupted. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. Or I'm going to get and I'm going to have a voice like either my mom or my nephews on the other side saying, hey, can you do this? Can you plug this in? Can you order this? Can you do this or that? So I'm going to have so there are going to be moments where if I do it during the day, or I feel like, hey, I got an opportunity, or I got an open opportunity to do something, video-wise or live stream-wise on camera, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because the one thing about my family is they're very private. They don't like to be seen as much, if at all. The very private people. The only thing that they do sometimes is, just like with all families out there, is they will share moments, videos, photos, and moments, visual moments, video-wise or photography-wise, with friends and family on sites like Facebook. And that's about it. If you're part of the friend circle, you're going to get to see some of the visual videos and visual moments, photo-wise and video-wise. YouTube's a different thing. So unless they're down with that, you got to work your schedule around their scheduling. And for me, that's basically what the situation is. Like I said, the tentative plan right now that hopefully I can work with will be 5 in the morning, is to set my alarm between 5 and 5:30 to get an hour and a half of video in, and then every late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, as well as every late Saturday night into early Sunday morning, depending on whether or not we have my nephews here or it's just me and my mom. Between 10 and 2 is when you'll get something from me in those categories as well when it comes to late at night, early mornings as well, to kind of coincide, because I don't have to work the next days. It gives me plenty of time to stay up and do a few videos possibly as well. But yeah, basically that's basically to go over it again. The tentative plan right now, starting June 16th, is to set my alarm between 5 and 5:30 to and so I can be able to do maybe a video here and there without interruption. Couple of hours worth, basically like an hour and a half or two. And then rinse and repeat between the other days. It would be 7 days straight, depending on and that's depending, but that's the tentative schedule. That is the tentative schedule. Now, alongside that, I do plan, like I said, to, if things work out the way I'm hoping they will, between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. I also plan to do some videos then as well, because I don't have to work the next days or the next day after that, which would basically be Thursday and Sunday. But if they give me an extra day off here and there, you might get something as well. But again, that is the overall tentative schedule. Early morning setup, hopefully, if it works out, all 7 days. There might be a few exceptions. And then late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning and late Saturday night into early Sunday morning is when you'll probably get some extra content as well. Now, with that said, and hold on while I check something. Just checking something there, folks. But like I said, now, that's the tentative schedule. Here's where you might get some bonus content or some other content as well. With this, there is going to probably be good chances that during my lunch, maybe like I did with the brief channel update yesterday, and during my breaks as well, my 15-minute breaks, I will do some videos. Now, the 15-minute break ones will probably be just regular recordings that I upload, during the day while I'm working. Basically, what I do is I'll record a video, go onto YouTube, upload it, and then just put it away in my pocket or something like that. So it's uploading while I'm working. I'll just have to edit it and all that, title-wise and all that later on. The live streams will probably be during lunchtime, depending on how much time I want to give myself before I have to get something to eat, or even after that. Basically probably a live stream after I eat, but kind of get the idea. As well as possibly in the early morning. Like if my mom doesn't want to take me, doesn't feel like she wants to take me, and she says, take the bus, I'll take the bus. And if I have maybe 30 minutes before I clock in, because sometimes I could be scheduled at 9 or even 9:15, and I could have almost an hour's worth of something, you might get a live stream during the morning. But basically, the tentative schedule is, like I say, 7 days straight early in the morning, if that works out. Possibly a video or two uploaded directly from regular recordings during my work days, which would be during my 15-minute breaks whenever I get those, and a possible live stream video during my lunch. And then on top of that, like I said, on top of all of that, I'm also adding in, like I say, the late night ones on late Wednesdays into early Thursdays, late Saturdays into early Sundays, so I can do something there as well. And now, again, like I said, that's all tentative. The only sure factor I know of is I'll probably be doing some videos with the camera on my phone here. I'll probably be doing some videos with that just to get some content out there to you guys, even while I'm working. So that's basically the plan overall when it comes to the summer. Now, I know some people might say, Now, I know some of you might say, well, Brian, will you be able to keep up with it? Like I said, it's a tentative plan. Some things may change. Like if you don't see a video for me, live stream or whatever early in the morning, you'll probably get an explanation from me on one of those recorded videos that I do, hopefully during my 15-minute break, depending whether or not I decide to take that 15-minute break and just go to the back of the lounge, put my head down, and close my eyes for about 15 minutes. Because there's a lot of us at my job, not all of us, but there's plenty of us at my job that do that just to get recharged, just to get our batteries re-going. But anyway, like I said, that is the tentative plan as we speak overall. So that's the scheduling plan. You might, like I said, depending on what happens, you might get a few extra things here and there. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, as far as the other things happening, I do plan to do some more videos, PMVs, pony music videos, discussion videos, and all that. I plan to still keep my CAW, my Creator Wrestling League, DCWA going. In fact, I plan to do one later today, as well as possibly do a CPV very soon. Hopefully before my mom gets out of work, so I can do it at least in some privacy. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, to let you guys know what happened, this past Friday, I believe. This past Friday, a lot of you probably tuned in and saw my DCWA Thunder episode, which, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, you probably tuned in last Friday, late last Friday, when I was doing my Thunder episode. And you might have noticed that it went on for about a little over 2 hours. Actually, according to YouTube, 2 hours, 20 minutes. The reason being is because I started that back on Friday night, late Friday night, around 10:30 or something like that. Yeah, 10:30. 10:59, 11 o'clock, something like that. I started around there. Now, usually my DCWA shows go for about maybe a little under 2 hours, or 2 hours exactly, or an hour and a half. The reason this one went long wasn't because of, I decided to take a break here and there. No. You see, earlier on in the day, my mom texted me at work and said that she was going to go take my second oldest sister to the fiesta, because my second oldest sister didn't know whether or not she was going to be able to go the next day, because her husband has to work and maybe she'll have to work as well. So long story short, they go to the fiesta and they got these bumps in the road that they don't, cover or put warning signs around about so that people know, hey, watch your step. Well, what happened is my mom, she's right behind my sister, and my sister goes this one way that normally my mom doesn't go. My mom goes another way, but she was following my sister. And what happens is my mom, obviously, I guess, was paying more attention to my sister or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure my mom was looking and making sure she was going the right way, and she was watching where she was walking and all that. But what happened is they had this bump, like this little bump, these little bumps, like I said, in the road. And what happened, apparently, is she ended up tripping and falling. She ended up like walking by my sister, and all of a sudden she just went and tripped over and fell. Thankfully, my sister caught her when she did, spilled a little of her beer. But what happened is my mom ended up getting a sprained wrist, swollen wrist, if you will, kind of sprained. She has to wear different little ACE bandages, cast, if you will, just to heal it up. She scraped her arm, bruised her side a little bit, and kind of got a bonk on her head, to the point that she had to call the advisory nurse when she got home. And the advisory nurse had the doctor call her the next day after she dropped me off. She went home, talked to the doctor, And even the paramedics there that helped her out after she fell all checked her out and said she was good. But they basically all said the same thing: take it slow, be careful. Thank God she's okay, she's fine, she's doing better. It's just that the wrist she still has to take ibuprofen at times to put the pain down on the wrist and on the side a little bit, but her side's not hurting as much as it did before. But the wrist is still kind of swollen a little bit, but it's going down, it's getting better. The doctor said it would take about 6 days to a week before things start to get back to normal. So that's why when I was doing that episode, which was episode 38 of DCWA Thunder, why it was as long as it was, basically due to the fact that I had to go and help my mom when she got home, bring in her stuff, as well as help her put stuff away, listen to what happened, stuff like that. Talk to my sister on the phone. And she explained to me what happened. So overall, thank God my mom's okay. She's doing better and everything. It's just that it's one of those freak accidents that you just don't see coming. It's one of those freak accidents that you just don't see coming, and when it happens, it's unexpected. I mean, even my sister was like, her 11-year-old son, who's going to be 11 in August, kind of had this reaction of like, what just happened with grandma? And yeah. So yeah, it wasn't the prettiest. It wasn't the prettiest thing to happen. But like I said, God has a reason for things happening, and maybe this is his way of having us test faith. In other words, God basically has ways of testing our faith in him. And me and my mom and our family, we have a lot of faith. So, thank God, thank the Lord, she's all right and she's doing fine. She just can't lift a lot of heavy stuff. I mean, heck, she even told her teachers it's going to be kind of awkward these next couple of days, as well as the final week, because even if the arm gets better and she's able to lift a little bit more, which it looks like from what I've been seeing she can, she's still going to be very tentative with it. She's still going to be very cautious with it. So, and I can't blame her for that at all. I really can't. I can't blame her for that. So yeah. But anyway, my DCWA league, it's still going to be going. But besides that, my DCWA league is still going to be going. I'll probably be doing a Women of Honor episode today. And that's kind of funny too. I had uploaded one of the recent videos I uploaded last night was talking about Annihilation. It's a little short video I did during my last break, I think the other day. And what happened is I put in a lot of tags, and of course it has a limitation on tags, so I took some tags off. But then it said my video was private, but yet it was public. And it was even private to me, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? So I take off a few more tags, and it's working. My only exception is the tags I put in had certain words in there that shouldn't have been in there. And they decided, nope, we're not going to make it public because it has these words, and it's going to lead to this possibly. Words like goo woman, slime woman, goo women, slime women, goo girl, goo girls, you name it. So I don't know if that was offensive. If it was, I apologize. I didn't know about that. Or YouTube's just going through some updates and stuff like that just happens. I mean, I know YouTube has had its ups and downs, but it's still a good platform, a great platform. So, again, I don't know what happened, but thankfully things are okay. At least they have, as strange as it sounds, at least they kind of have the common courtesy to let you know, hey, your video is uploaded, but it's going to be kept private because you need to still fix a few things. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll work a way around that, and hopefully they'll find a way around that maybe in the future so that doesn't happen again. Maybe I don't know. It's just weird. It was just weird. I don't know if maybe, like I said, they were doing something, and a lot of videos ended up like that. I don't really know. So um, hopefully we'll find out what's happening really soon. So like I said, hopefully we'll find out what's happening when it comes to that kind of stuff really soon. Um, anyway though, but anyway though, like I said, that's still going to be happening. I do have a CPV event that I want to do real soon. Um, I know because I know summer is officially going to be beginning in the next week or so, within the next 2 weeks. Summer season, that is. So I think I want to do a CPV that centers around that. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, Overall, that's really about what's going to be happening with the channel in a sense. Like I said, I'm still going to do PMVs. In fact, there's a song that I recently purchased off Amazon from a group called MK2O. It's called Classic, and I plan to do a PMV on that. Now, I know someone's done a PMV with Rarity and Spike on it. I plan to do one that's going to be more focused on all of the female characters, the main female characters of the show. So if it works out, fine. Get ready. Be prepared to see that upcoming real soon. But overall, yeah, pretty much, like I said, the tentative schedule, like I said, is going to be what it is both ways. And like I said, you'll still get some content from me probably during the day. Live streams will probably be during my lunch, depending on how long that'll be or when that happens. And other videos that I do will probably be doing my breaks, and there'll be probably short ones here and there, short spurts here and there. Anyway, that's pretty much about it for the channel update for this upcoming summer. Just thought I'd let you guys know what's going on there. But now let's get to the vlog part. Let's get to the vlog part here. And just to start off, I'll say this about my job. Despite how you feel about any kind of store, when they make good decisions, when it comes to not just the customers but to the employees or associates, when they make good decisions, they make really good decisions. Recently, it was announced that the company overall, all stores, Walmart neighborhood, even the Sam's Clubs that are still around, all Walmart stores are going to allow the associates to be able to just come to work as they are. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't think, as are means, oh, in your birthday suit kind of deal. No. Basically, you're allowed to wear certain items of clothing, like certain, shorts that go to maybe your kneecaps. You can wear certain shirts, plain, maybe a little different patterns across different colors. And basically just overall, the dress code allows us to be more casual. The only thing that we still have to wear, of course, is the vest. That's about it. That's the only thing we still have to wear is the vest. So, as far as decisions go when it comes to my job, I have to say that's probably one of the best decisions they've made. Because I think, in a sense, I don't know who said what, but someone had to bring this up, either in a corporate meeting or something, or some kind of poll or tally. Something was taken. I mean, I know they have us take surveys and all that, but something had to have happened to basically get the president of the corporation, of the overall Walmart corporation, to say, you know what? Maybe we need to let them be more casual. Maybe that'll help them out. And what do you know? It does. Because one of the most common complaints, I think, maybe that was brought up, and again, just my opinion, But I think one of the most common complaints that were brought up was the fact that anytime myself or any other associate would go to break or even lunch, we'd go to the lounge, take our vest off, and then we'd go outside. Then we'd head outside. Then we'd head back out to go outside to go to our car to drive either home or either walk home, go to our bike, or take our bike and basically take it outside and ride home, or walk home if it was close, or whatever, or go to something like a Taco Bell or a McDonald's or a Sonic if we had one close by, or a Starbucks, a Shooters, you name it, a Denny's, whatever would be, whatever eating establishment was nearby. The one common complaint was, especially when it comes to going to lunch, was this is what would happen. I'll give you a bit of a visual. This could be me when I used to have the regular outfit on, regular black slacks, white shirt on, white polo shirt. I could be heading out, for lunch, and a customer would stop me. Now, even though I didn't have the vest on, they would still stop me because they had pretty much gotten used to this look of the black pants, white shirt, or black pants, blue polo shirt, or blue white or polo white shirt, or even, like I said, beige slacks or black slacks, whatever. They just basically gotten accustomed to the whole outfit that Walmart associates would wear underneath the vest. So there would be times when myself and others would try to leave, and then we get stopped by somebody asking, "Oh, do you know about this? Oh, can you help me with this?" And we'd either have to tell them no. We'd have to say, "No, I can't help," or not no, but basically we'd have to apologize to them and say, "Sorry, I can't really help you. I'm on lunch right now." And we'd have to say, and here's the thing about that. You can apologize, but sometimes the customers would take it the wrong way. Anyway, you would have to apologize, but then just out of courtesy, you would have to say, that person can help you over there, because they would be on the clock. So my guess, and I'm just popping my elbows here. I do this at work too. Pop a little something back here. But my guess is something was brought up that pertained to that situation, to that very situation I just visually told you or showed you. So they probably said, what can we do to fix it? So they probably decided, well, what can we do to fix it? Like I said, they probably brought it up to the president, the CEO of the company, and he's probably like, well, I guess the best way to fix it is just to let them go casual. Because honestly, if I'm wearing this, if I'm wearing that over a regular t-shirt like this with blue jeans, dark blue jeans or regular blue jeans or black blue jeans or whatever, is someone going to really stop me? Or even with shorts that go above the knee a little bit or a little over the knee, is someone going to stop me? No, because to them, they don't know whether or not I'm working or I'm off the clock, or if I'm off that day and I'm just out there shopping. Because guess what? There have been several times I'll go into that store even on my day off and people would think I'm working. Because they recognize me. But I think this decision that my company has made, that the company has made, is probably the best decision. Because now it makes it a lot easier for people like me to go to work, be casual, be more relaxed, not feel like we're in a freaking monkey suit for 6 to 8 hours, and then be able to and then when it's time for us to clock out for the day, be able to just take the vest off and be like, I'm relaxed, I'm back to normal. I'm back to normal. I'm off the clock. I'm back to my normal life. Heck, even my ZMS, before she went on her vacation, Monica, she even asked me one day how it feels to be with this new dress code. And I said, hey, I like it. I enjoy it. And I think I'm not the only one. Point is, though, I think one of the reasons they did it is because it makes it a lot easier for associates like me and others out there to be able to go to the breaks, go to the lunches, go home, maybe even, before we clock in. Makes it a lot easier for us to not be stopped by the customers, because the customers, they don't know whether or not we're working that day or we're not, or if we're off the clock. They don't know. To them, we could just be regular customers like they are. And I know some people might think, well, isn't that, well, now I know what you're probably thinking, because I brought this up to someone the other day. I said, don't you think maybe sooner or later they're going to catch on, the customers, that is? Because there's no doubt that just like with the dress code, the previous dress code that had us in the polo shirts and the slacks, whether they were beige or black slacks or whatever, sooner or later they caught on to the fact that, hey, as long as this guy's wearing a polo shirt and some slacks of any kind, he's an employee. He or she's an employee or an associate. I can get them to help me. And we could be off the clock. And we can't be doing that with off the clock. I mean, yes, it's common courtesy, but still, it's like you're kind of going against the rules. This makes it a lot easier. But what I was trying to say is, I brought this very question up because I know some of you are thinking the same thing about whether or not the customers will catch on. Yeah, in time they're going to catch on. They're going to be like, well, wait a minute. That person's always wearing this, or that person's always wearing that. Oh, that's how they dress for work now. Okay. So sooner or later, there's no doubt they'll probably catch on, and it'll be back to the way, and it'll basically be back to similar ways that it was before. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a strong possibility that there's a chance it will. Not saying it won't, but it's a strong possibility that it will. If you catch my drift. See, just checking something on Facebook. But like I said, there's a strong chance that it will. There's no doubt there's a strong chance. The only question, but besides that, I think overall, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think a lot of stores should follow. I think a lot of stores, like Target, which is probably one of the only main games in town, like Target, Best Buy, and many others, they should follow the same direction, because you want to make your customers happy. That's great. They're number one. They're your number one priority. But if you also want to make your employees and associates happy, find something that's going to make them happy. And this, in my opinion, made a lot of us happy, allowing us to just go to work as, relaxed and as common as possible. Because it makes it easier, like I said, for us to get out of Dodge when our time is up to go home, when our time is up so we can clock out to go home, or our time's up for the first half of that day so we can go to lunch. It makes things a lot easier for us, and it makes things a lot easier for the company. But even still, there's one thing that still bothers me. And it happened several times yesterday, and it happened the day before. Now, I understand it's summer. It's the first few days of the month, and we're going to be busy. But seriously, if you got to use the restroom, you got to turn off your light to your register, because our numbers get lit up every time we turn, because we have to turn on the light basically for the numbers of the registers to be lit up so people know, hey, we're open. The one thing that still bothers me is, let's say you got to use the facilities, and believe me, yesterday I had to use the facilities. Who doesn't when they're working, right? Anyway, I turn off my light, and I'm getting ready to check out this customer, my last customer or so, before I can use the facility or take care of some other business they need me to take care of. And what happens? I have my light off, and yet people still come up and put the stuff down like, oh, it's open. Okay, bink, bink, bink. And they don't look up and say, oh, wait a minute, the light's off. And realize, oh, he must be closed, or she must be closed. They don't take that into consideration. Some do. I will give them that. They will look up and say, and they will courteously ask, are you closed? And we can say, yes. Or we could look up and see our lights not on and be like, oops, hold on, turn it on and say, yes, we're open. But yet, there are people that still don't get it. When the light is off, no matter what job or company you work for, if that register is lit up, then yeah, whether it's numbered or it's not, if the light's on that register, yeah, there's no doubt that register is probably open for you to use. And the associate employee, the cashier, is there to help you. Willing and able, right then and there. But then you gotta have but then if you notice the light's off, you should have the common courtesy to be like, oh, the light's off. He must be closing up. He or she must be closing up for the day, or closing up for a bit. Have the common courtesy. But I understand there are some stores in the area of Patterson that don't have that luxury of having lit up numbers or lit up lights or something like that for the registers that their cashiers, their employees work on at their stores. Because basically the thing is, hey, if the customer sees customers going to that person, that means the register is open. Basically, it's because the customer has become accustomed to that way of thinking. All due respect, God. All due respect, Lord. The customer has become accustomed to that way of thinking. So to them, a customer could go to your local food mart in town, like Patterson Food Mart, and Patterson Food Mart may be small, but it's got a few amenities similar to us. Like lit up, lit up register, lights that light up when to indicate the register is open or something. Anyway, they could be so used to that amenity to where maybe some of the registers at the Patterson Food Mart don't have that luxury, or some stores don't have that luxury, but still they see customers going to a register and someone's right there. To them, they have that mental mentality. They have that mentality that they're accustomed to the fact that, oh, if the people are in line, then it's open. The register is open. Yet they don't take into consideration this isn't the store they're used to going to, and seeing that this is a different store, that this store has lit up numbers on the registers for a reason. Those lit up numbers, when they're lit up, say, yeah, that indicates, yeah, the register is open. But when they're off, it means the register is closed. But like I said, the reason I believe customers that I've dealt with yesterday and the other day and have dealt with previously, and I know I'm not the only one because I've heard others talk about this, it's because they're accustomed, it's because mentally they're used to seeing registers open with customers at those registers and a cashier at that register, and that's it. They're not used to seeing the light. They ignore that because they have this mental image of, oh, customers in line must be open. To them, they don't see a light. So that's the only thing that still bugs me. And I'm hoping and praying that a lot of people, friends and family, talk to those that in that way of thinking and making them realize, yeah, you could get away with it at one of these smaller local marketplaces or stores. But when it comes to something like a Walmart or even a minor store or even a mid-sized store, like but when it comes to a store like a Walmart, a Save Mart, or even a small business like environment like Patterson Food Market, When the lights are on the registers, the lights mean that register is open. But if the light is off, it means that register has closed up and the customers that they are dealing with are the last customers. It doesn't mean that you could just walk right in and put your stuff down on the belt, because that register is closed. It's either closed because the person's off, the person's going to lunch, they're going to break, they're going to use the facilities, or the manager, the front end manager, one of them is going to do an audit on the register. I mean, there are times that even the managers, they'll be doing audits and people will think they're open and yet they don't see the lights off, because they're mentally accustomed to doing things a certain way because they do it at these other smaller markets. And look, I can understand that. You know, that's your way of thinking. That's your mentality. Hey, this is how I do it over there. This is how I'm going to do it here. That's your mentality. I get that. But that's not how things work everywhere. There are stores that are different. And I'm praying and hoping that family and friends get together with these relatives and friends of theirs that are accustomed to doing this way of thinking and kind of change it up for them and make them realize the differences. And again, no offense, God. No offense when I say that. It's just an opinion. But I'm just hoping someone gives them that realization that, hey, things are different than what they are elsewhere. So, anyway, just thought I'd get that off my chest. Another thing I want to talk about with this vlog is, hey, we got a couple of new trailers that just came out for some movies. Teaser trailers, full-length trailers. And honestly, they all look good. They really do. Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Definitely looks really good. I like the fact, I mean, I haven't watched it all, but from what I've seen, it looks really good, especially the part where they have the Disney princesses involved. Yes, they get moments in there. I mean, here's the thing. One person put up a meme on the recent trailer of Wreck-It Ralph, basically parodying what Disney was doing, because even though they got all these okays to put in Google, put in nods to Google, YouTube, Yahoo, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. One of the major sections is all Disney. Literally, it's all Disney, from Marvel to Star Wars to the Disney princesses. And there's a moment where, what is it? Vanellope is trying to escape the stormtroopers, and she teleports or glitches her way into the dressing facility or in the dressing room of the Disney princesses. All of them, including the most recent one, Moana. And according to Disney, give Disney credit, they were able to get a lot of the current voice talent of these princesses to come back and voice them. Some that have already passed on, they actually got, from what I understand, women that sound identical to the originals. So that's really good. So that's really good to hear. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got the same woman that voiced Cinderella in the Cinderella sequels to come back and voice her, and the same woman that voiced Sleeping Beauty in the Sleeping Beauty short that they did to come back and voice her as well. So it's really good, and I think that's probably one of the biggest selling points. One of the biggest selling points is the Vanellope interacting with the Disney princesses, because in case you don't know, at the end of the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, when basically everything is fixed and Vanellope's memories, along with everybody else's at Sugar Rush, is restored, it's revealed that Vanellope is actually the princess of the game. Thus, in a sense, she's a Disney princess. So this joke or this moment she has with the Disney princesses in the movie is going to be good. It's going to be worth the admission. I just get this feeling. Now, they're already, now speaking of trailers, they're already doing TV trailers and spots for The Incredibles 2. In fact, they got merchandise of that at my job. They have one set I want to get. It's called The Power Couple, which is Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. I want to get that. I really do, and I'll probably get it soon. I should have got it yesterday, but I'll probably get it soon. So yeah, they got the TV spots for that going. And then they had other trailers coming out this week too. They had Bumblebee's trailer come out, which is a spin-off and a prequel spin-off of the Transformers franchise. Takes place in the 80s. And I have to agree with everybody. Holy crap. I've been a Transformers fan since the very beginning. And this is probably the closest we're going to get to G1 live action Transformers in a while. I mean, Bumblebee still looks like Bumblebee in the from the movies, but they got that. But they got his original G1 transformation into a car down pat. They got a little bit of what he looks. It's basically like a hybrid. It's like a hybrid, so that's good. They got Starscream in there, which looks like a G1 freaking accuracy of Starscream. So overall, the movie looks really good. I don't know how it's going to play into being a prequel to the first Transformer movie in 2007, but we'll have to wait and see. They'll figure something out. They got to. And I'm definitely seeing it this Christmas. I don't care what people say. And you know what? That's funny. That's kind of funny because you know why? Last holiday season, not necessarily holiday season, but it could have been considered that, depending on where it was released in certain countries and all that. My Little Pony the movie came out in late 2017. Look what's coming out in late 2018. Both released by Hasbro and AllSpark Pictures. I'm just saying, sounds really good. Sounds really good. Can't wait to see it. It looks really good. Then they had the Lego Movie Part 2, the second part teaser trailer be released. That looks like it's going to be fun. That's going to look like a fun movie next February. And I don't know if it's me, but does anybody sense a sort of a passing of the torch kind of thing here? Because I heard what Bob Show and Raven had to say. I heard what Bob Show and Raven had to say, and I agree with both of them that, hopefully they don't go a certain route or a certain direction, but it looks like they may. But it's almost like the son that played with the Legos in the first one is grown up to because it will be about a couple years by the time this one comes out. It's probably grown out of Legos, but yet maybe he has this little sister, maybe tomboyish, maybe not, that sees the potential in playing with the Legos, and now she's playing with them because we have this whole sister element thrown in. We have this female, looks like antagonist or anti-hero at first, coming in. So it looks like they're going to go that route to where now the sister takes over. And I wouldn't put it past Warner Brothers, because they do this because the Lego movie series looks like the kind that they would do this in. I wouldn't put it past them to have this female antagonist act tough and everything, basically point out that, hey, Lucy, you did all the work, and yet this idiot here took all the credit. The specialist, or whatever he's called, took this Emmett. I think that's what his name is. Took all the credit. You did all the work. That's not right. I wouldn't put it past the creative team behind this movie, which I think is the same creative team behind the first one. I would not put it past them to reveal that this female anti-hero antagonist is more feminine, is more girly than what she looks like. It's like the mask is hiding her, But when she takes the helmet or whatever is hiding her, so when she takes it off, so after she, so basically, I got to feel. What I'm saying is, I got a feeling after she reveals who she is to Lucy and all of them, that she's going to be exactly what women and girls don't like anymore. She's going to be so girly girl that the next thing you know, she's going to invite Lucy and all of them to tea. And it's going to be like, really? This is who you're meant. This is who this girl, this female antagonist or anti-hero is. Just a girly girl that just wants to do playtime, do tea time or whatever. I've got a feeling they're going to do. I don't know why, but I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. And maybe be creative as they are, give her a reason as to why. Maybe she looks at Lucy and say, "Hey, you want to be a girl, right? You're all girl. You don't want to step up and say, hey, I'm the one that did all the work. I'm the one that saved the day. So you want to be all girl and just pass it on to this guy? Fine. You're going to be treated as a girl." So I wouldn't put past Warner Brothers to do that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them to do that, because I think that would be something that they would do with the Lego Movie's second part to really put twists and turns and all that, along with the comedy we're going to get with this. So I'm looking forward to that as well. It looks really interesting. That one looks really good. They do have another trailer coming up this week, I think, for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden Valley, which is, I think it's How to Train Your Dragon 3. I think, or is it 4? I think it's 3. And Toothless gets a love interest in this movie. Who would have thought? Took him about, what, 2 movies? But then that's not all. We also got a trailer, the first official trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I have to say, Sony Animation, if you're planning to make a comeback, make up for all the mistakes you've made, Emoji Movie and all that combined, I think you're on the right path here. I think you're on the right path, because this looks good. It looks really good. So this might be your saving grace. I mean, the fact that the way it presents itself looks really great. The comedy looks like it's going to be spot on. And it's not just Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man that we're getting. We're getting Spider-Gwen, aka Ghost Spider, in this movie. Holy crap! We're getting Ghost Spider, aka Spider-Gwen, in this movie. And this is a character that is one of the most beloved characters in history. In fact, I have her figure hanging up right over here. I have a figure hanging up right there. And I have, I think, like I said, I have a figure hanging up there. And recently, at the Apricot Fiesta, I picked up a Spider-Gwen comic. It's issue number 12. She's very popular. In fact, in the past few WWE 2K games, people have created her as a female superstar, because they've given her like lucha libre kind of like moves, high flying moves, because she's very popular. To have her in this movie, she's going to be over like Rover, if you know what I mean. In other words, she is going to be over. She's going to be over. She's going to get a massive pop when that moment happens. She's going to get a massive pop. There's no doubt. No doubt she's going to get a massive pop when she shows up on that screen. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Now, speaking, but yeah, I can't. Oh, they just put the trailer out for How to Train Your Dragon. It is number 3. Just put it out about 50 minutes ago. I have to look into that. I have to look into that. Anyway, though. But anyway, yeah, it looks really. I'll say this: if Sony plans to make a comeback in the animation business, this is a good start to do it in. Hopefully, they don't screw it up. It looks like a good start. I know people might have their opinion, but I think it looks good. I really do. I also have a question. I was watching Bob Show's 250th Bob Show's 250th video, his review on Age of Extinction. And he got to a part where he showcased the metal that the humans had created that allows it to turn into anything they want. And one of the scenes had it turn into a Rainbow Dash. A Rainbow Dash figure before it turned into a gun. So my question is, how many people popped into theaters when they saw that happen? Just curious. Just want to ask that there. How many of you popped into theaters when you saw that happen? Just wondering. Just wondering. Just asking. How many of you popped into theaters when that happened? Okay. But yeah, just thought I'd ask that question. Also, just to let you guys know, I have been watching the NBA Finals, well, at least recording them and DVRing them. And I know a lot of people in Cleveland are not too happy right now. Look, I'm not saying your team's not terrible. Your team's probably one of the best teams in recent history, in recent NBA history. They wouldn't have gotten to back NBA Finals, okay? But the problem I think that Cleveland's having is the same problem Houston's had and the other teams have had when it comes to the Warriors. The Warriors are one of those teams, and Cleveland's the same way in a sense, and they should know better. But the Warriors are one of those teams that the only reason at times they'll let a team get ahead, if not beat them, is so that when they come back and win, it's because they study. It's like during halftime, they will probably study whatever kind of recent film they got from that first half to be like, okay, what are we missing here? And then they'll see what's going on. They'll be like, aha, so that's what they're doing. Then let's do this. They'll find a way to counter whatever the teams are doing. That's about it. And Cleveland, like I said, should know that. And like I said, Cleveland should know that because they've done, I'm guessing, similar tactics to get to the finals for the fourth time as well. Cleveland should know that. So if Cleveland has any chance of beating the team I'm cheering for, because of course I'm from California, I'm from the Bay Area, they need to find a way to counter the counter. That's what they need to do. Sorry about that. I was just checking on my dog, see what she was doing, give her a little biscuit snack. But like I said, if Cleveland's going to win, they need to do what these other teams should have thought of doing. Even Boston should have thought about the same thing to do to them, to Cleveland, and that's counter the counter. They got to figure out, okay, what are we doing wrong here? And then they got to start thinking, oh, wait a minute. It seems they know how to counter what we're doing when it comes to the second half. We need to counter that. That's what they need to do. They need to counter the counter, and I think once they do that, things should flow better for them later on in the season, or later on, with the series. It should. Not saying it won't, but it should. It should flow a lot better. It should flow a lot better. Hold on for a second, folks. Gonna check something here. I don't see nothing, so okay. Anyway, so if Cleveland doesn't figure out something by Friday's going to be pretty much get out the broom, because it's going to be a sweep kind of deal. But hey, I'm a Warriors fan. I would love to see that happen. 4-game sweep. I'd love to see that, no doubt. People are going to be positioned and ready in Oakland at the Coliseum, just ready to celebrate when that moment happens. But I do have respect enough for Cleveland to know that they are not the kind of team, especially with LeBron on there, despite how you feel about him, Love, or Thompson, their Thompson, that is, or J.R. Smith. They know how to combat and come back. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do. So my suggestion, try to counter the counter, if you catch my drift. Anyway, with that said, thought I'd just end this off by also showing a few things that I got recently, mostly yesterday. Some of the things I got yesterday. I'll probably do a recent pickup video down and just later on today, whether it's live or it isn't. But these are the things that I got yesterday. I've had my eye on them for a while. One, especially for the past, since it's been out. I've had my eye on since it's been out. In fact, it came out during the movie time. And here's what's funny. Now, some of the big items related to the movie, like the Pinky Lagoon, the little sea spot, the little lagoon that she has, as well as the Rainbow Dash pirate airship, and the Sing Along With Me Spike and Twilight, they're all being reduced in price to like $35, $30, $20, something like that, or $15, something like that. So they're all going down in clearance because, of course, it's going to be about a year now since the movie's come out, and I think the movie is heading towards Netflix and Starz real soon. But anyway, the one thing I did have an eye on is this right here. This is Pinkie Pie Swimming Sea Pony. This is the Pinkie Pie Swimming Sea Pony. And what you could do is you could actually, fill up a tub or even a pool, put her in there, and she will swim. In fact, you press these two things, and you can see that her thing comes on. And you can hear that. So, and then it's a nice box. So, and it takes about, I think it said it takes 2 AAA batteries, which I do have to get in the future as well. So really nice to have. Finally nice to have this. I want to get the Lagoon, But the only problem is if you look in my room, exactly where am I going to put it? I'm thinking if I have to get something to put over there, it might go over there. But we'll have to wait and see. And then yesterday I also got this. What's funny is I hid all three of that was there. And there was only like one or two. I think I hid all three or four that were there. And from what I saw, there was only like one or two left. We have Gwenpool, the unbelievable Gwenpool. It says a self-made hero from the so-called world. Gwenpool possesses unrivaled knowledge of the comic book universe. She's basically like one of us, but except she's been put in the comic book world. And the other figures related to her are Marvel's Prowler, Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman, Mysterio, and Lasher. So, kind of cool. I'm going to be hanging her up real soon as well. But really nice to have Gwenpool. I guarantee you, she's going to be a high demand figure. She just came out, I think, last week. Really nice to have her. Gonna hit the mic thing there. And then last but not least, I ended up getting this. I had my eyes on it for a while. I think we had this at my job at one point, and it got discontinued or sold. But now what they're doing is they're taking one section of the gaming area in electronics, because we have the cage with all the games on one side, and then we have the accessories on the other side, as well as some discounted $20 games for Xbox One, Wii U, PS4, PS3, even some 360, 3DS, and all that. Basically discounted to about $20 or less. And then, like I said, going from that direction towards it's like, here's the discounted games, the $20 or less games, and then you go this way, and you have underneath you have a little cage that has all the accessories for the PS4, the Switch, the Xbox One, and all that, as well as some accessories on top that you have to get them to unlock anyway, as well as some playing cards, prepaid cards, stuff like that, subscription cards. And then on the other end, as well as they got these two little gift boxes, Call of Duty and Super Mario Brother ones with mugs and stuff inside of them. But then at the end of that, they used to have nothing but like the sets for Disney Infinity. They had the sets for Skylanders, which they still have. Sets for Lego Dimensions, which they still have, but they've moved them. Now, here on this end, they're setting it up to basically be like a miniature GameStop area. They're setting it up to look like a miniature GameStop area, because they don't just have this. They have one on Frogger. They have one on Mega Man 2. Then below that, they have several at-game systems. They have the at-game portable Atari system, which is basically a portable game thing with built-in games, and you put an SD card in it. They have the same for the Sega system, so like a portable at-games version of the Game Gear. And then they have portable versions of the Atari Flashback 2600, a different version that includes Pitfall. And then they have the at-game Sega Genesis. And then above that, of course, they have the My Arcade, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and Galaga. And then above those, they have these little tiny arcades, very miniature arcades of Pac-Man, electronic football, electronic basketball, stuff like that. And then on the other hand, they have and then a little away from that, they have these figures from Destiny. They have these Destiny figures you can buy and collect, if you will. So yeah, it's like a little miniature GameStop area that they put in electronics. But anyway, I saw this and I thought, okay, we got Mega Man, we got Frogger, and we got this one. What do I want to get first? And I had my eyes on this because I grew up on it along with the Pac-Man game. Mega Man 2 I'll probably get later. But I ended up getting Miss Pac-Man. And this is a plug-and-play game, which is basically you plug it into your TV and you play the game. And I don't know if it takes battery. Yeah, it takes 3 AA batteries. Thankfully, I have those, I believe. So 3 AA batteries. It's really nice to have. I'm just happy to have it. And I have Chris Boers, Chris Neo, does a review on some of these down the line or an overview. But those are just some of the recent pickups I got yesterday. Other ones I'll probably show off later. But really, that's all I'm going to say here on this video, on this vlog. That's really all I can come up with. Really, just talk about. Again, as far as the channel update goes, like I said, tentatively, I'm tentatively right now. The plan is to do it early, like between 5 o'clock and 5:30 to get up to do an hour and a half of videos before I get ready for work, depending on whether I take the bus or my mom gives me a ride. And then when it comes to Wednesday nights, late Wednesday nights, early Thursday morning, late Wednesday nights into early Thursday mornings, that's a possibility, as well as the same for the late Saturday nights into early Sunday mornings as well. And then, of course, in between there, I will do videos. I will be doing some video recordings during my 15-minute breaks and maybe a live stream here and there during my lunch break, all depending. It's all tentative right now, but hopefully it'll pull through. Hopefully I can at least live up to. Hopefully I can keep some of those early schedulings for videoing before I head to work and all that opened up. Because like I said, starting June 15th and June 16th, things are going to change because my mom's going to be off work for the summer for at least 60-something days, 2 months at most. So, but anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this live 10th anniversary vlog and channel update. I will be about 35 videos away, maybe less before this day's out. And that's all I'm going to say for now. I might be back later on with another live stream. So that's all I'm going to say, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Let me see if I got any comments. And all that. Let me see if I got any comments. If it will pop up here. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Lonely Fanboy 48. I do read live comments. It just takes a while for those to pop up. So, but yeah, thank you for commenting. And don't worry, I might be doing an MLP discussion real soon too today as well. So to be ready for that when it happens. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say, folks, for this live 10th anniversary vlog. And that's about it, folks. So till next time, till later, I should say. Let me know. So till later, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And again, I'll check my update. I'll check my chats right now. Really much going on. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you take your time in watching this. And because I know it's long, it's almost about 2 hours. So thank you. So again, guys, thank you all for tuning in live. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all later. God bless. Take care. I'm out.